position.
What are you trying to pull? I want the closure.
Later, Jimmy Fallon welcomes Joe Jonas, NBC Tonight.
Your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response. Remember, Amera guards it.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno proudly supports tonight's first segment of local news that matters. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru. Confidence in motion. KSEE 24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
I'm Chief Meteorologist A.J. Fox. Well, broken records today. The previous record in Fresno was 85. Look at our high temperature. It was up into the 80s. Got it to 89. 90 in Lemoore and also in Porterville. Lots of upper 80s across the valley. Now we're cooling off. We're at 69 in Fresno, 61 in Madera, 67 in Merced. Live radar showing clear skies. Valley Cam showing same thing. Now, clear skies is not going to prevent us from staying warm tonight, nor will it stop us from getting hot tomorrow. Yes, the new forecast gives us 90 degrees for tomorrow. First time this season. I'll have your complete forecast coming up. KSEE 24 News at 11 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is KSEE 24 News at 11.
So as long as we have the conflict going on in Eastern Europe, prices are going to be wildly wide. We're going to see very large swings.
No relief in sight at the pump. California paying more for fuel than any other state. And today, Governor Newsom revealing his $11 billion plan to put money back into the pockets of drivers. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexandre Balakian.
And I'm Stephanie Berugian. Relief could soon be on the way for California drivers who are plagued with the ever-rising cost of fuel. Governor Newsom introducing a gas rebate plan today. Our Catherine Phillips spoke with industry experts about what this could mean for Valley drivers.
As gas prices continue to stay high, Governor Gavin Newsom says this action he is taking is the direct result of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And while the $400 is welcomed relief for many, some still wonder just how much of an impact it would even make. Governor Gavin Newsom announced his plan on Wednesday to offer relief for the drivers paying the highest gas prices in the nation. An $11 billion relief package with $9 billion going towards direct payments to drivers could be on its way if the state legislature approves it. Under the proposal, registered drivers would get $400 debit cards as gas tax rebates. It wouldn't be based off of income, but families with more than one car would max out at $800. Financial advisor Brian Ullman says gas prices aren't affecting everyone equally, with lower.
If you're driving a lot and you're driving long distances, this $400 is going to be a drop in the bucket. That's really where some suspension of the state gas tax would come into play. People who are driving more get more benefit. People who are driving less get less of a benefit here.
Still, some drivers say they'll take what they can get, but are hesitant since the payments likely wouldn't come until the summer.
You're like everybody, you feel once a week, so it might not be enough, but is there really that magic number? Because I'd rather have the prices low, more consistent.
And by summer, Visalia-based fuel supplier Ryan C. Lansone says prices could be even higher.
So as long as we have the conflict going on in Eastern Europe, prices are going to be wildly wide. We're going to see very large swings. We're going to see price changes that are normally 2 to 5 cents up or down a day be 20 to 30 cents up and down per day.
The governor's office says the reason for a $400 rebate is because, according to their calculations, that's about the price the average Californian pays in the gas tax each year. Reporting in Fresno, Catherine Phillips, KSEE 24, local news that matters.
Well, tonight, a record crowd flocking to downtown Fresno as two Mexican soccer teams return to Chuck Chansey Park. Our Juanita Adame with the first sellout at the Chuck in more than 2 years.
There are
are 10,800 fixed seats here at Chukchansi Park. The park added 1,500 more to accommodate the 12,000 fans that will be attending tonight's game.
Anthony Bustos is a Pumas fan.
Oh, that's live, baby. That's soccer's live right now, baby. Come on.
He made sure to buy his front row seat well in advance.
We got the seats back in January.
And he came not just to watch the game, but maybe leave with a souvenir.
I can't get my jersey signed. Come on. Hey, we got to make it happen, baby.
Grizzly president Derek Franks said the soccer match between the two Liga MX teams was a huge success.
Yeah, it's the first major event of 2022. We ended last year with some great events, but this really feels like the kickoff to where we are today with COVID.
Franks said the game will be a milestone for the city of Fresno, one of the first packed stadiums since the COVID-19 pandemic.
We're going to start off on a really fun note with a packed crowd. It's going to be safe and fun for everybody.
The large crowds also called for extra security, and Frank said Fresno police officers were both inside the stadium and outside as well.
Reporting at Chukchansi Park, Juanita Adame, KSEE 24, local news that matters.
The Fresno City Council members calling for a special meeting today over allegations that taxpayer money has been misspent. Mayor Jerry Dyer now calling for an independent audit of their spending budget to be ready within the next 3 weeks. Council members Nelson Esparza, Miguel Arias, and Tyler Maxwell claiming the allegations made by Councilman Gary Bredefeld are merely political weapons. They probed the city controller and city manager this afternoon about how the audit would be conducted before the mayor.
Seeking outside CPA is for the very purpose of keeping it independent and objective. It is not going to be directed by our controller's office.
I certainly have a responsibility to have a third party determine if the policies were followed. When it gets to paying for things for people outside of the building, I think that's where we get into the area.
The City Council is set to discuss the audit tomorrow morning, which is likely to cost 6 figures.
Well, tonight, the U.S. formally accusing Russia of committing war crimes in Ukraine. Russian forces closing in on cities on the outskirts of Kyiv, but Ukrainians aren't going down without a fight. NBC's Richard Engel reports.
Drone footage released by local Ukrainian fighters shows the aftermath of what looks like carpet bombing inside Mariupol. Similar attacks on homes, hospitals, and schools led the U.S. State Department today to assess Russian forces have committed war crimes. This morning, Russia fired more missiles at Kyiv, destroying apartments and trying to spread fear. But the people of this city refuse to bow down.
Russia has significantly intensified its attacks in and around Kyiv over the last 24 hours, leaving more and one.
Barbara, a resident and volunteer, said Russia has already bombed this area 4 times, but it's not helping Russia's advance. In a government building in Kyiv, 2 of the capital's top security officials monitor a real-time battle map, unclassified, that shows Russian troops are losing territory around Kyiv. The red areas are under Russian occupation. The blue areas are new territory. Ukrainian forces say they've recaptured in the last 48 hours, much of it in the last 24 hours. It's not just that the Russians don't have gas or other means to fight, but it's the actions of the Ukrainian army that led to destroying their lines of communication, so they can't replenish their food, fuel, and other equipment, said Serhiy Knyazyev, the city's police and military advisor.
Have you ever seen something like this before during the course of this war? Is this the most blue areas that you've had?
Territorial gains in the outskirts of Kyiv, he said.
1 month on, Russia's war looks increasingly like a fiasco. And according to a new NATO estimate, as many as 15,000 Russian troops have been killed so far. And it sounds like it could be another long night here in Kyiv.
The Russian Defense Ministry releasing video today showing a drone strike on what they claim was a Ukrainian military asset in northern Kyiv. It comes as NATO officials have reported heavy losses among Russian forces over the last month. Ukraine says it's pushing back on several fronts.
We'll take a look at that. Russia launching a rocket with the letter Z tattooed on it. It's the same letter also seen on Russian military vehicles that are invading Ukraine. The Z has been promoted by the Kremlin as a symbol of support for Russian troops.
Цього красення, який знаходився по самі вуха у воді. Діями рятувальників його було
And a pet rabbit rescued from a burning apartment in Kharkiv has a new home at a local fire station, and it's been given a new name, Lucky. Ukraine State Emergency Service says crews had been battling a blaze caused by Russian shelling on a 3-story building when the rabbit was spotted behind a sofa.
Back in the States, it's day 3 of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson's nomination hearings. And today, high tension between gavels banging and senators yelling at each other. It was a very active day for Judge Jackson as she continued to face questions. Republicans on the Judiciary Committee continue to assert Judge Jackson is soft on crime. Democrats are commenting they're disappointed in their Republican colleagues' line of questioning.
I think you're doing it wrong, and every judge who does what you're doing is making it easier for the children to be exploited.
To see the badgering of this woman as she's trying to testify, I thought was outrageous.
Democrats are confident Judge Jackson will still be confirmed to the Supreme Court regardless of Republican opposition.
Still to come on KSEE 24 News at 11, affordable housing advocates calling for transparency at Fresno City Hall.
Stop having closed-door meetings about housing policies that affect the entire community.
There are concerns about policies to make affordable housing more accessible.
And the Cal State University system appoints an interim chancellor as it looks into accusations involving former chancellor and Fresno State president, Dr. Joseph Castro.
Your other headlines for tonight, record high. I think we're going to get into degree range. Increasing clouds this weekend, followed by late Sunday night showers, and then we'll start the next week a whole lot cooler. Your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Voz Allergy. We're going to be staying in the very high range through Sunday. Ash, elm, and juniper, the predominant pollens, and I'll have your complete forecast as KSEE 24 News continues.
This is KSEE 24 News at 11 with Stephanie and the certified Baleki. With AMS certified Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox. Your local weather authority, KSEE 24. Local news that matters.
I see on KSEE stories of everyday people making a big difference. I see farmers and ranchers providing food for the nation. The work they do is so vitally important, and that inspires me to make sure they know what to prepare for, from their farm to our tables. We are all connected in the Central Valley. I see what matters. I see local stories making an impact, and I invite you to see it all here every day on KSEE 24 News.
The 3-row Subaru Ascent. Room for up to 8 passengers. Standard EyeSight driver assist technology. Standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus up to 27 miles per gallon. Coming from Kelley Blue Book's most trusted and best overall brand. Super than ever.
Get to complimentary maintenance included.
Hey everyone, today we have an all-new show. Joe Jonas will be here. Gabriel Iglesias will be joining us. And we have a performance from Wolf Alice. It is a great show. Good night.
Don't miss an all-new Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon tonight on NBC.
The March Tempur-Pedic event is on. Sleep more inside more furniture.
Come in to check out the incredible selection of Tempur-Pedic mattresses and foundations for your best sleep.
And right now, you'll get free white glove delivery and no interest financing until 2027.
That's not all. In addition to your perfect sleep system, you'll also get a $300 More Furniture gift card to be used on your next furniture purchase or Tempur-Pedic bedding accessories.
There's no reason to hesitate on the better night's sleep at the best value only at Sleep More inside more furniture.
KSEE 24 is brought to you by J-Pot Mini Hot Pot and Bar. Now, AMS certified Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox with your local weather authority forecast.
Well, earlier this evening, we had said that the high temperature for today in Fresno was 88 degrees. Well, at 5:30 and 9, so that'll end up being the official record high temperature for today. Previous record was 85. We had already broken the record, but it's just a matter of statistics to get the number right. So clear skies out there right now, and we're going to keep our skies clear for thin clouds coming. Very warm. 61 in Madera, 67 in Visalia, 68 in Hanford. Look at how much warmer in Hanford it is. The rest of the valley, it's all single digits. Okay, 10 degrees warmer in Merced. It's a little mixed across the valley how much warmer it is, but it is warmer consistently. Live radar, clear skies, satellite pictures, same. The wider view. Very strong high pressure that's in place, and as long as this high pressure is there, it's otherwise known as a ridge, and it makes our skies clear and keeps our temperatures on the warmer side. And that would be true any time of year, but because it's this time of year, we're going to be breaking records again, and it looks like we're going to get even warmer than previously thought. So looking at our skies for tomorrow, we see a few thin clouds come through there, and in the afternoon, the timing of that's going to be critical, because if it comes a little bit later in the day, we're going to be allowed to get a little bit hotter. Our overnight low temperatures tonight are going to start warm to begin with. 53 in Visalia, 52 in Selma and San Joaquin, 51 in Madera, 49 for Oakhurst, 50 in Chowchilla, 51 in Merced, and also Los Banos. High temperatures will be in the 80s or lower 90s. 88 in Merced, there's a 90 in Firebaugh, Mendota, San Joaquin. 5 points, 89 in Huron. 5 expected into good in Sequoia National Park. Your renewable solar forecast, very high for tomorrow. Little less on Friday, little less on Saturday, indicating the increase in clouds that's coming our way. Tonight, clear skies. 57 is really warm for this time of year. That's way above normal. And there she blows. Sunny and hot with a capital H-O-T. Tomorrow. Over the next 7 days, we're still going to keep a record breaker for Friday. 88 degrees will be our high temperature. We'll see an increase in clouds coming in on Saturday, and that will drop us down a little bit. And again, I changed the forecast as I look at the new models. I had previously tied the record. Now I got it one below, but still very, very close. Sunday, we're going to see an increase in clouds. We'll dip down to below 80 degrees. And then suddenly on Monday, when the rain is coming, we'll dip down to well below 70 degrees, a high of 67. Clearing skies. Swinging upward yet again. So we're again approaching that 80-degree mark, it looks like, in the middle and end of next week. Your regional forecast is available on our website at yourcentralvalley.com. So please go check it out there. But there she blows. First 90 of the year.
You just had to go there.
I gotta tell the truth. But
yeah.
but 90, that's hot by my definition. So
I would say so.
Yeah, we're going to cross. We're going to cross the line. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
AJ, thank you. Time to check in now with Scott Bemis.
All right, he's heating up in sports, too. What do you got, Scott?
And you'll hear Coach K talking highly about a Fresno native. Plus, the Fresno State men's basketball team trying to keep their season alive for another game, having to do it without a couple key guys. Sports Central is next.
Many places full of... They take you on a tour of the people and places that made history right here in our backyard. This week, the story of a fire that destroyed a town, but not its place. On the Map, Thursdays at 6 on KSEE 24.
Know this is an uncertain time. We know you're concerned about tensions abroad and the strain at home. You have questions. News Nation promises to help you find the answers. Wake up with Morning in America.
It is nice to have something uplifting to share with you today, especially in light of all of the news going on.
The team you can trust to keep you informed
is live in Ukraine this morning with the very latest for us.
Everything you need to know to start your day a little brighter. Morning in America, weekday mornings at 7, 6 Central on News Nation.
From rainbow puddles to the top of the mountain to wherever we can play together, Northern California families count on Honda. And no matter what adventure awaits, the Honda CR-V will get you there safely and in style. Honda CR-V family.
Sometimes choosing can be difficult, but at Corner Bakery, we're making your choice simple with Choose 2 options every day. Choose 2 of your favorites and turn a simple lunch into a perfectly paired meal. And we're not talking about a few Choose 2 options. Pair up any sandwich or panini, any cafe fresh salad or warm simmering soup, or any pan sauteed pasta. So many kitchen crafted options, so little time. Your perfect Choose 2 combination is waiting at the Corner Bakery.
KSEE 24 is brought to you by Lynn's Fusion. Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
It's late March, but we still have college basketball taking place here in the Central Valley. Yep, the Fresno State men hosting Youngstown State Wednesday night in the quarterfinals of the Basketball Classic. Justin Hudson's guys would have to play this one, though, without second leading scorer Anthony Holland, who was out with a pulled hamstring. Risenling were 13-point underdogs, but they came to play. They led by 2 at half, by as many as 10 after the break. The Dogs fight back, though. Orlando Robinson, who was named a Lefty Drizel Defensive All-American on Wednesday, gets the steal, finishes in transition. He had 16 and 13, but it was a couple Bulldogs off the bench. Getting busy. High 4 or Destin Whitaker was huge. 4 threes overall, career high 14 for him as well. The Dogs win 80-71. They're going to host a semifinal game in this tourney on Monday night against the winner of Portland and Southern Utah. Has a chance to end the coaching career of Coach K in the Sweet 16 Thursday night in San Francisco. And the legendary Duke coach knows what he's going up against.
Williams is, if it wasn't, he could have been Big 12 Player of the Year. He's that good.
Awesome to hear Coach K heaping such high praise on Fresno native Bryson Williams. Williams, of course, went to high school at Roosevelt, spent 2 years at Fresno State, 3 years with Rodney Terry at UTEP, and this nationally ranked Texas year, starring at nationally ranked Texas Tech. He's one of several Red Raiders who've taken similar paths.
I mean, all of us guys being in college for so long and having to, grind our way up the ranks of college basketball. In the Sweet 16, I mean, this is my first time actually being in the NCAA tournament.
Third-seeded Texas Tech and second-seeded Duke scheduled to tip things off Thursday night at 6:39 at Chase Center in the Bay Area. Finally, Clovis East grab Bryson DeChambeau making his return to competitive golf at the match. Broken bone in his hand and a torn 372-yard drive leads to a birdie on the par 5 sixth. Bryson was 1 up after 9 against veteran Richard Bland. They would end up tying the match. Now Bryson probably needs a win Thursday now against Lee Westwood to have a chance of getting out of his group. They play 3 group stage matches in this tourney, with the top player from each group advancing on to the round of 16. We'll be right back.
Paul Mitchell, the school Fresno is their dreams. Future professionals follow their dreams and reach great goals. We can help you pursue your career in cosmetology or barbering, and financial aid is available to those who qualify. Come make it happen now at Paul Mitchell, the school Fresno.
Started with my famous toasted sourdough, 2 melty cheeses and grilled onions, all on 100% beef.
Jack, we were talking about the room.
Yeah,
just the room. Yeah.
My sourdough patty melt combos, starting at $4.99. Order on the Jack app today.
Sometimes the littlest things bring the biggest changes. With Kaweah Health by your side, you won't face those changes alone. Our family practice physicians care for every member of your family, developing relationships and getting to know your specific health needs. Because living your best life is about enjoying every moment to the fullest. Clinics, more than medicine, life.
Get ready to come on down. The Price is Right Live is on its way. On stage and in person. Woo! Featuring an award-winning host, your favorite games.
Ain't this fun?
And
we won!
Get your tickets now for The Price is Right live on stage.
Eagle Mountain Casino, April 30th and May 1st. Tickets are $30 and $40. EagleMTNCasino.com.
Work without compromise with Steel battery power. Take power earlier into the day and later into the evening. With the performance and durability you need to get the job done. It's a new era with battery power made by Steel. Learn more about changing regulations in California.
My sourdough patty melt has 100% beef, 2 melty cheeses, and grilled onions. Sourdough bread. It's pretty much the greatest thing since itself. My sourdough patty melt combos, starting at $4.99. Order on the Jack app today.
Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
Temp to hire work is a stay sharp and focused and be productive and reliable to get that full-time job offer. Let's get to work.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
Affordable housing advocates protesting outside Fresno City Hall today, urging city leaders about city leaders were given a here to stay report from a consulting group they hired last year to study homelessness and develop policies to help the unhoused. But protesters claim the city council is ignoring that plan and moving forward without community input.
Stop having closed-door meetings about housing policies that affect the entire community.
Advocates also claim the council, which they say only benefits specific developers, landlords, and real estate investors.
I'll move forward with the one that's been researched, the one that's been paid for, the one that had community engagement.
Council members did not respond to the demonstration and accusations by the advocates today. Mayor Jerry Dyer expected to present his housing plan proposal at a workshop next month.
The CSU system announcing an interim chancellor today following the resignation of Dr. Joseph Castro. Jolene Keister will oversee the system's 23 campuses until a permanent chancellor is appointed. The appointment comes one day after students and staff voiced frustration over Castro's settlement agreement and resignation, which was prompted by an investigation into his handling of former Fresno administrator or Fresno State Administrator Frank Lamas. Despite several accusations, favorable reviews and raises and a Lifetime Achievement Award and a letter of recommendation as long as he retired and never worked at another CSU campus. The CSU Employees Union saying while the investigation is a start, they don't believe it's enough.
And the CSU needs real protection. The CSU is held accountable by the state legislature, and that is why we're asking for legislative oversight on this process.
Fresno State has created its own task force, which will deliver recommendations on settlement agreements and other institutional processes.
Well, coming up, the Fresno Police Department showing off their mounted patrol unit.
Why these officers and their horses are so unique.
The Jeep Celebration event is kicking off at family-owned and operated Fresno Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat. And if you're looking for fun, if you're looking for adventure, or if you're just looking for something new, we've got you covered. Get mudslinging deals like this on a great selection of the most awarded SUVs on the planet. Jeep.
Come join our family today.
Fresno Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Fiat on Blackstone between Bullard and Sierra.
Our service departments, they are the key. They have one of the toughest jobs in the dealership, if not the toughest job. To be good at it, it takes an active listener, an individual who wants to not only hear what you say and write it down, but ask you a few more questions to get a little more in depth to make sure that he or she understands exactly what your problem is. It is vital what we need to try to accomplish in order to fix the vehicle right the first time.
They say it doesn't rain money, but customers here at Fiesta Auto Insurance and Tax Services disagree. With our cash advance options, approved customers can get their refund within 48 hours. Max and his team are prepared to help maximize your refund.
Thanks, Max. What if I need my tags?
Stop in and get your tags. Your insurance needs. Absolutely. We're open 7 days a week during tax season. When you see Max, come on in. Fiesta Auto Insurance and Tax Services. The best rates.
The floors your home has been dreaming of. Our warehouse is filled with name brand, waterproof flooring, and luxurious carpet that will make your home the envy of the neighborhood. Like our Mohawk Revwood Select with a lifetime all-pet warranty. So before you go to the big box stores, come check us out first. Save time, save money, and save the headaches. For the best in flooring and real customer service, call Central Floor Supply. You gotta go see James.
Keeping your company compliant more challenging than ever. HR Mobile Services is here to guide you through these difficult times. We assist with human resources, infectious disease response, safety compliance, policies and procedures. You create a safe and compliant workplace so your employees can focus on their work and you can focus on your business. Big or small businesses from all industries, call HR Mobile Services. Here for you 24/7.
I knew I had to take charge of my life. I didn't recognize myself. Now with Jenny Craig, I've lost 35 pounds and 4 inches.
Introducing the revolutionary Max Up, the one-stop, most effective weight loss solution. Limited time offer. Join now.
Disaster and damage can strike anytime. It's good to know the professionals at Servpro have the training and equipment to get your life back on the storm damage. For restoration and cleaning, count on Servpro of Clovis, Visalia, Fresno, and Shaver.
Tomorrow on KSEE 24 Sunrise, keeping your car at top performance can help you save gas.
We're going to give you a preview of a smog event at the fairgrounds and what to do if your car doesn't pass. All that and more tomorrow on KSEE 24 Sunrise.
Fresno PD revealing the newest members of their mounted patrol unit. Officers Raya Pollock are among the last units on horseback here in the valley. The Mounted Patrol unit disbanded in 2010 amid budget problems, but it was revived through community donations. So good to see them back.
Yeah. Say hello.
Yeah, stay out of their way.
Beautiful day tomorrow to go on a little horseback ride.
In the morning, maybe.
It's too hot in the afternoon.
In the afternoon, no way. Although, you know, 90 means you're all day in the 80s and we're a couple minutes at 90 degrees, but still 90. That's the line. I call 90 and above hot, and Thursday will qualify. We're going to have a little bit of a cool down on Friday and Saturday, but it keeps us in the mid 80s. Temperatures are going to be into the 70s on Sunday, and then showers on Monday, dropping to 67 degrees. So 2 more record-breaking days before we start to really trend a little bit cooler. And even that doesn't last very long. We start warming up again through the middle of next week. So
it's going to feel good briefly, I guess.
Yeah, briefly.
After
That's
this
it.
Heat.
Bit of a roller coaster there.
Yeah, way up and way down.
All right.
That does it for us. Thank you for joining us.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.
Education matters at KSEE 24, and we're dedicated to bringing you inspirational stories of students finding new ways to strive for success. Watch these Education Matters stories now at yourcentralvalley.com. Just click Education.
With age comes a